Hey guys, my name is Desiraye Williams and I am so excited that mandilynn has let me come on her channel to talk to you guys. Like I said, my name is Desiraye and I am from another channel here on YouTube. I am from the YA WordNerds. I'm here to talk to you guys about character archetypes. An archetype is defined as a very typical definition of a person or thing. That'll probably make sense a little further into the video. Now, interestingly enough, archetypes didn't come from writing. Archetypes came from philosophy and psychology. Now, there are 12 main and original archetypes, but some people claim that there are up to 52. For the sake of time, I'll only be going over the original 12. Now, these archetypes are very familiar, but different mixtures and mashups of these archetypes exist, so these are not set in stone, and you might think that some of the example characters that I give you fit into other archetypes, and that's fine as well. The first archetype is the innocent, and their goal is to be happy. They're also known as the naive, the dreamer, the mystic, and the romantic. Some examples of the innocent are Forrest Gump from Forrest Gump, Mary Poppins from Mary Poppins, and Maria from The Sound of Music. The next archetype is the orphan or the everyman. Their goal is to belong. They usually have a fear of being left out or standing out. Some examples of the orphan archetype are Harry Potter from Harry Potter, Frodo from Lord of the Rings, and George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. The next archetype is the hero. The hero's goal is to perform courageous acts. It's also known as the warrior, the dragon slayer, and the crusader. Some examples of the hero are Luke Skywalker from Star Wars and Neo from The Matrix. The next archetype is the caregiver. Their goal is to help others. They are also known as the helper, the parent, and the saint. Some of the examples of the caregiver are Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, Senna from The Hunger Games, and Cinderella. Next is the explorer. The explorer's goal is to experience a better life. They are also known as the seeker, the wanderer, and the pilgrim. Some examples of these are Ripley from Alien, Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones, and Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Next is the rebel. The rebel's goal is to overturn what is wrong. The rebel is also known as the revolutionary and the misfit. Some examples of the rebel are Mulan, the Terminator, and Robin Hood. Next is the lover. The lover's goal is to find love. The lover is also known as the partner, the friend, and the enthusiast. Some examples of the lover are Rose from Titanic, Rick Blaine from Casablanca, and Peeta from The Hunger Games. Next is the creator. The creator's goal is to create their vision. Some examples of the creator are Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, B.T. from The Hunger Games, and Violet Baudelaire from A Series of Unfortunate Events. Next is the jester. The jester's goal is to live in the moment with full enjoyment. The jester is also known as the fool, the prankster, and the joker. Some examples of the jester are Rapunzel from Tangled, Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Weasley twins from Harry Potter. Next is the sage. The sage's goal is to use intelligence to understand the world. The sage is also known as the expert, the scholar, and the advisor. Some examples of the sage are Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, Dumbledore from Harry Potter, and the Oracle from The Matrix. Next is the magician. The goal of the magician is to make others' dreams come true. The magician is also known as the visionary, the shaman, and the inventor. Some examples of the magician are Doc Brown from Back to the Future, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, and Merlin from Merlin. And lastly, we have the ruler. The ruler's goal is to create a successful family or community. The ruler is also known as the king, the aristocrat, and the leader. Some examples of the ruler are President Snow from The Hunger Games, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, and the Godfather from The Godfather. Those are the 12 main archetypes that you can pretty much pick any character and they will usually fit into one or more of those archetypes. The reason that archetypes are so important in our writing is because it gives our character structure. These archetypes have been around since about 300 BC and they originated in Greece. So I hope that you were able to learn some information about these archetypes and maybe consider incorporating them into your writing. Like I said, I am from the channel, the YA WordNerds. You can find us here on YouTube at youtube.com/YA WordNerds and on Twitter with the handle @YA WordNerds. It's been a blast. Stay nerdy.